So, Mr. Rich 20 is about to turn 30, and I don't really know how I feel about that. I feel pretty good about it overall, but I guess it's kind of made me realize that life tends to come in cycles, and what's coolest about getting older is that you recognize patterns, right? When you're younger, a lot of times the things that you experience for the first time that are maybe negative will take you down a deep spiral, and you'll get sucked down into maybe some sadness or depression or despair, or on the opposite end, with happy stuff, you'll be completely elated, you'll be overexcited. And a lot of my 20s was spent in kind of like this up down, you know, wave pattern. But as I got towards the end of my 20s, you know, 28, 29, 30, I started seeing some of the same things occurring over and over again. So certain relationships would have cycles. I'd see people treat me a certain way, and I'd see how that would play out in the real world. I'd see, you know, things with money, with my business come and go. I'd see, you know, with my family, people make decisions, and then how those decisions ended up affecting them. And I realized that most of life comes in cycles, and the wisdom part of life is learning how to recognize and benefit from those cycles, right? The patterns of life are what create the wisdom of getting older. And as you get older and some of those patterns start to reoccur, something cool happens. You experience this calm. And it doesn't mean that you're never anxious. It doesn't mean that you're never upset or scared or sad. It just means that as you see that the events in your life, especially the scary ones, don't ruin your life, especially the nerve-wracking ones don't kill you, it is easier for you to go through your day without feeling so stressed, because you understand that patterns are created and you can ride those waves. The patterns of your life will be things that are going to continue to recycle and to change as you get older, and it's your job then to create actions that result in the right patterns that you want to make. As you start to recognize these trends, it'll become easier for you to make better decisions. And so maybe for you that has to do with money. You see that you start to make some money and then you spend too much and you end up broke again. And that's a pattern. And it happens a couple times, and then when it happens the third or the fourth time, you now see that it's not just some random occurrence, it's something that you can control. Or with your eating, you see that you're doing well for a while and then certain things trigger you and you fall off and you slip for 3 months. Then you get back on the horse, and this happens a few times. Recognizing that these patterns are a reality is what's going to open your world and open your experiences and give you more clarity. And in this is your growth. In this is your evolution. And so whenever you're in one of these patterns, whether it's a negative or a positive pattern, realize that it's a cycle. And if you can learn to ride that wave of life, things become more enjoyable, because you realize that the things that happen to you aren't final effects. They're just waves, right? They're just currents. And as you become more skilled at navigating those currents, life becomes that much more fun. I believe that life wasn't meant to be a struggle. Life is meant to be something that's a gentle walk down a path that you take at your own pace, that you create for yourself, and that you enjoy every step of the way. And if you like this, make sure you subscribe to this channel, make sure that you comment below, and press that like button. Can't wait to hear from you soon.